Hello everyone. So we are going to look into Padangusthasana and Padahastasana, which is the first pose in the fundamental series of the Ashtanga yoga, the standing part. That comes right after Sun Salutes A, Surya Namaskara A, and Sun Salutes B, Surya Namaskara B. So I'm gonna do the count and we're gonna add the drishti. Now again, keep in mind in drishti, it's the gazing point that we're using to help us move inward. If you are a complete beginner, sometimes gazing at the tip of the nose like this, some people complain that they get headaches from that. You don't have to make it as harsh. Maybe do a little less. Just gaze a little bit into this direction. It doesn't have to literally be, I gotta see the tip of my nose. So pay attention to that. Don't over force it. Find a little steadiness and comfort in it. So don't overdo it. As well, gazing at the third eye, don't think of having to really try to see the area between your eyebrows. Just move the eyes a little bit up in that direction. And again, if it's still too intense, stick to the movement and the breath, and we'll add the drishti as you become more advanced. Moving into Padangusthasana and Padahastasana. So once you finish Sun Salutes A and Sun Salutes B, from the top of the mat, Samastiti, from here, we're gonna step or hop your feet hips width apart. Now from here, often what happens is we start to hinge forward. A lot of times people shift the hips too far back and then they start to fold towards the front. So what I'm going to encourage you to do from here, the moment you hop your feet hips width apart, make sure you keep your hips right over your heels. And then from here, start to hinge forward with the straight back, lengthening the sides of the waist, the front and the back of the body. Again, if you're really tight, bend your knees as much as you need to. Again, hinge at the hips instead of rounding the back to try to get to your toe, I said toes, to try to get to your toes. So don't round the back, rather keep the back straight, bend your knees as much as you need to so you can initiate the movement in the hip as you start to fold forward, and bend the knees as much as you need to. Now from here, you're gonna do your best. If your hamstrings are open and you can get your legs straight, make sure they're straight, hips are right over your heels, and then from here, start to move forward. And notice what that does. It puts more weight into the base of my big toe and the base of the little toe. So we're pushing more weight into the ball, the front of the foot. Because often when you just do this, what happens, we push too much weight into the heels and the feet how light they are. So what we want to do is really distribute the weight equally throughout the base of the little toe, big toe, inner and the outer heel, and really focus on actually lifting the arches of the foot. And I'll get into this detail once you do a little footwork. But draw the base of the big toe and the base of the inner heel towards one another. Draw the base of the outer little toe and the base of the outer heel towards one another, and then almost lift the arch as well, the base between the mound of the big toe and the little toe towards one another. And if that's too much information right now, let's just focus on the vinyasa and doing the Padangusthasana and Padahastasana. So from Samastiti, you're gonna step or jump your feet hips width apart. Inhale. So from Samastiti, you inhale as you jump the feet apart. Some people teach it inhale, lift up. It's not exactly a traditional approach, and that's not how I learned it, so I'm not teaching that. On the jump, you immediately inhale. On the exhale, that's the second count, you just go straight down towards your toes. So from Samastiti, inhale. Exhale as you start to hinge and fold forward. Now, as you inhale, you're gonna gaze towards the third eye, find length and space. And as you exhale, you're gonna peel the elbows apart, and as you fold forward, you're gonna gaze towards the tip of the nose. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale again, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye, the area between the eyebrows. Exhale here. We're gonna immediately move into Padahastasana. You're gonna slide your hands under your feet. And again, don't shift the weight back, really shift it forward, forward, forward. And as you press on the wrist, pull the arm actively up. So almost like you're trying to lift the forearm off the ground. Now, inhale again, gaze forward towards the third eye. And as you exhale, fold in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale, lengthen forward, third eye. Exhale here, hands to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. And Samastiti. I'm gonna do it one more time with the drishti, the gaze, and with the count, the full vinyasa. And I'm gonna demonstrate it one more time facing you guys and the other direction so you can see it from all angles. So we're gonna do it one more time, and then I'm gonna show the frontal view just to talk about the shoulders, the trapezius, and the other way. So from the top of the mat, Samastiti. You're gonna step or jump your feet hips width apart, inhale. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and swans dive all the way forward. Inhale, yeka, gaze towards the third eye. Dve, exhale as you peel the elbows apart and the gaze will move towards the tip of the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trini, inhale, lengthen, look forward, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here as you slide your hands under your feet for Padahastasana. Take another inhale, gazing at the third eye. And as you exhale, peel the elbows apart, fold in, and shift the gaze towards the tip of the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here, hands to the hips, next inhalation, rise up, and Samastiti. Now we're gonna do it facing you. So from Samastiti, top of the mat, you're gonna step or jump your feet hips width apart, inhale. Exhale as you hinge and fold forward, reaching for the big toes. Inhale, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye. As you exhale, peel the elbows apart as you move the gaze towards the tip of the nose. Draw the trapezius down the back, so avoid allowing them to sink down. Draw the trapezius down the back, keep actively peeling the elbows apart. And think about lengthening the front side and the back of the body equally. Inhale, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here, slide your hands under your feet, take another inhale. And as you exhale, fold in and shift the gaze towards the tip of the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here, hands towards the hips. Next inhalation, rise up and hop the feet together. We're gonna do it from here too. So, from Samastiti, step or jump your feet hips width apart, inhale. Exhale as you hinge and fold forward, collect the big toes. Take another inhale, gaze towards the third eye. And as you exhale, fold in and shift the gaze towards the tip of the nose for 5. Keeping the legs active, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trini, inhale, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here as you slide your hands under your feet for Padahastasana. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, fold in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen, gaze towards the third eye. Exhale here, hands to the hips, next inhalation, rise up. Hop the feet together and Samastiti. So that would be the first pose, Padangusthasana and Padahastasana in the fundamental Ashtanga yoga series, and we'll keep adding on. Next one, we'll add Utthita Trikonasana and Pavrita Trikonasana. Thank you.